There could be different means that can be used to achieve the same end result. Means is very important. You can't compromise on the means. Subhash Chandra Bose versus Mahatma Gandhi. Winning the war and bringing some good order in the society, that is more important. There's one way, you are lying to save the life. So when we say the term means, and then ends. The end is the outcome, or what you call as the result. So you want to clear the exam. There's one way, study. There's other way, cheating in the exam, or give some money to some politicians or the UPSC chairman, or do something through which you get selected. You see, the end purpose is to get selected. The end purpose, or when you say purpose or the outcome that is in your mind, that I want to achieve this end result. So to achieve this end result, the means could be different. There could be one way, there could be other way, there could be other way. There could be different means that can be used to achieve the same end result. Now, deontology and teleology, these are those two theories which differ in these two aspects. One will say end is more important. You use whatever means you want to use. And one will say means is very important. You can't compromise on the means. Now think about one person. Let's say there's a couple. In that the man wants to keep his wife happy. Now he knows the wife will be happy only when I will give her some kind of jewelry. Every month if I gift her a jewelry, she'll be very happy. And he'll be happy if she is happy. Now, there are two ways. One, he can do a lot of hard work and earn a lot of money and then buy a jewelry. One way. But maybe he's not skilled enough to earn so much money. So he'll go for different methods, robbery or stealing. By that also he can do that thing. See, in his mind, the end purpose is clear. My wife should be very happy. Okay. And to make her happy, whatever I need to do, I'll do that. He's very clear about it. And he considers my action is right as long as my end result is being achieved. Okay, that means could be anything. If the need be, he might need to kill someone to take that jewelry, he'll do that also. Because for him, the happiness of his wife is more important. Making some sense? So when you look at means and ends, and when you talk about ends, a person giving lot of importance to ends, that's the part of teleology. When you use the term teleology, the word teleos, teleos means purpose. The word teleos means purpose or end result. When in your mind end result is there, you want to achieve that end result, and for that you're ready to do just anything, then you are teleological. You're considering your action as right on the basis of teleology. For example, let's say Modi ji attacks Pakistan and takes over POK, kills thousands of people in Pakistan, some civilians also. Let's assume civilians are also killed, but all the terrorists are also killed. So many people in India will say that it's a morally good action which the Prime Minister or the army has carried out. Even if some civilians died, it's okay. Or some even will say that use nuclear bombs, sir. Once and for all the issue of Pakistan will be sorted out. That's what America did. They didn't like the war, just used one nuclear weapon and then the war ends. And they justify it sometimes. Some people justify saying that we stopped the World War II by using nuclear weapon. I think if the war would have continued, still less people would have died as compared to the number of people died in that, or the kind of act they committed. Right? So there will always be two sides. Some people will judge things on the basis of teleology. Some will be on the basis of this means, which we call as deontology. Now there are people, for example, there's this famous actor called Irfan Khan. Anyone knows him? Irfan Khan, famous like in Bollywood, in Hollywood, Life of Pi, famous movie. Now he comes from a normal background, but he wanted to study the acting or whatever this art form is all about. He wanted to learn, and for that he wanted to get selected in National School of Drama in Delhi. Okay, now National School of Drama is very interesting. They have clear rules that we select only 10 people every year, not more than that. Okay, so it's tough to get selected. Now they have criteria also. You should have done theater for last few years. You should have all the certificates also that you have done that experience, and all is needed. Now he had a clear urge that I want to become this. I have some potential. I have some aptitude in me. But he did not have that experience. What he did? He used some fake certificates and somehow presented it in front of that board. And he got selected. Now, do you judge this action as right or wrong? Wrong. But we got a great actor after that. If he would not have got selected, we would not have got such a great actor who has given us such good films or such good art form. Getting the point? Look at the things from the other perspective, wherein he thinks that this criteria in itself is wrong. You should get the best of the best candidate and not based on just some kind of experience. There might be some people who have so much experience, but they're useless. Take the best candidate. He might be judging things from this perspective. Making some sense? So when end result becomes more important to you, and you think that the end result is what matters at the end. The process doesn't matter. What method I have used, that doesn't matter. If you ask this question to, let's say, Subhash Chandra Bose, we want independence for India. Subhash Chandra Bose versus Mahatma Gandhi. What difference do you find? Mahatma Gandhi is like, we will go for non-violence. Yes, whatever Britishers are doing, we'll do nothing. We'll just protest. We'll just do satyagraha. Subhash Chandra Bose is like, what is this? This is nonsense. I'll go to Germany, ask Hitler to attack Britishers. He's like, I will use any method to remove this British Raj because independence matters. Method could be anything. Even if I have to take help of a dictator, that's fine. Nothing wrong in that. Making some sense? Or maybe he wanted some reforms. It's not like he was a bad guy. He wanted so many reforms. Let's say he wanted pure equality in India. He did not like this caste system, this religious issues and all those things. Now for that we need reforms. Nehru also wanted reforms and Subhash Chandra Bose also wanted reforms. Same kind of reforms. Both had similar kind of thought. Both were socialist, both were little liberal, both wanted reforms. But there is a difference. Nehru is like, we'll go for slow reforms. Yes, we will have democratic system in which we will have reforms. And if you ask Subhash Chandra Bose, he's even okay with some kind of dictatorship for few years. He's like, this society is not in a good condition. For few years, if there is some kind of system which is of dictatorship, that's fine. Nothing problematic as such. Because reforms are more important. People are being oppressed. Those people should get their rights. That's more important. So for that, he suggests some other method. Getting the point? So end result or the purpose or the outcome when it is in your mind, and when you judge your action on the basis of end result, whether the end result is achieved or not, when you just focus on that, that is teleological ethics. Make sense? Yes? Even the Mahabharata example, we can take the Mahabharata war as the example of teleological ethics. Kaurav versus Pandav. The war was going on. Initially, we had this thought that the war should happen with some rules. You know, we go for war, but there are some rules of the war also. That after the evening, we'll not go for war. Once there is evening, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, war stops. Again, it continues in the morning. There are some rules. Or if someone is not having any weapons in his hand, we don't attack that person. Yes, then we don't attack any civilians. There are some rules of war. Am I right? Yes. Now, similar was the case when it comes to Mahabharata or any war at that time. Now, if you see the conversation happening between Shakuni and Krishna. Shakuni was thinking that these people, they are very good people. Pandav are very good people. So they will never go against the basic rules of war. They'll never do something wrong as such. But the argument on the other side was, we'll do anything if needed. Just to win the war, if we have to do some wrong tactics, we have to use some wrong tactics, we'll use that. Why we'll use that? Because winning the war and bringing some good order in the society, that is more important. It doesn't matter if we use some hook and crook, even if we do something wrong, that's fine. So they killed some people, not by rules. If you observe the war rightly, whether it is Bhishma, whether it is Karna, they were not killed with a right kind of a fight, because Pandavas were not having the kind of potential to kill these people in real terms. So they used some diplomatic means, or they used some tactics or conspiracies in order to kill them. The point is, end result is more important. It doesn't matter what method we are using. This is one way to judge any person's actions as being ethical or unethical. Clear? Or any doubt? There should not be any doubt on this aspect. Clear? Now the other side, that is this deontology. Now these are those people who say that, sir, end matters, but more than end, means matters. What means are you using? What kind of method you're using in order to do this particular action? So if you ask Gandhiji, Gandhiji will be like, if you are going for bringing democracy in the society, you don't want oppression of British Raj, then you cannot be oppressor as such. See, if two countries are at war, why don't they attack on civilians? Any argument behind that? Any country attacking other country, or they are at war. In the war, military of one country fights with military of another country. They don't attack civilians, or they are not supposed to attack civilians. Why? The moment anyone attacks civilians, it becomes a very controversial news, right? Why? Anyway, you people are at war. Why should not we attack on civilians? But let's say India, Pakistan, war. So some terrorist killed, some military persons killed, some civilians also killed. Is it fine? So the question is, first of all, why did you go for war? Let's say, for example, in Gaza war, why Israel has gone for war? Huh? Self-defense? Or rather to say, the military of Israel has gone for war on Hamas or any other part to save the life of their civilians. So what was the purpose? To save the life of innocent people. Now that was for their country, that their country's innocent people were being killed because of the terrorist attack from Hamas side on Israel. So to save the people of their country, civilians or innocents, they have gone for war. Now you entered in the territory of other country, and there are also some innocents living over there. What was your intention? Not killing innocent, saving the life of innocent. That was your objective. So how can you kill the innocents on the other side? When your objective is very clear that I want to save innocents, then it could be your innocents or the other country's innocents. That's why you don't attack civilians. Okay? Now, as far as means part is concerned, if you ask Gandhiji, he's like, no violence. If you slap, I'll not slap. Okay? Gandhiji is very clear about it. Gandhiji talks about means as being so important that he says that if the means are wrong, end can never be wrong. Or rather to say, let's say you're cheating in the exam. That is one method to get selected. He says no, cheating was wrong. He says just study and do the right thing. Whether you get selected or not, leave it. You don't need to think about anything. Just leave it. If you have done the right preparation, you will definitely get selected. Or else you will get into something which is way better than what you are right now. You'll do something or the other. If you have done the right thing, automatically the results will be there. So, deontology does not focus on end, does not judge an action as right or wrong on the basis of end. They say purity of means. Purity of means matters a lot. Now you say, Gandhiji's idea was, if we go for a violent struggle against British Raj, we can go for it. See, at that time Gandhiji was more popular than Modi ji at this time. Modi ji is popular, but Gandhiji was 2 times, 3 times more popular than Modi ji. So think about it. If Modi ji gives one slogan, so many people come on the streets. That's his capability or potential. Same was the case with Gandhi. That time there was no social media also. Still he was that powerful. He could have gone for a direct violent struggle against the British Raj. That everyone take the weapons and we'll attack Britishers. That could be one way. But he says that if we use violence, which is a wrong means, the violence will sustain. Even after we remove British Raj, people will still be violent. Those who will come in power, then they will use the violence. And violence will never go from the society. So he did not just want independence. He wanted a good society to sustain over here. So he says that the means has to be good, not just the end result. And if the means is good, end result will be good. After a time, or let's say it will take some long time, but the end result has to be good. And we should decide. We should not think about end result. If your action is right or wrong, we should judge only on the basis of action itself. So you might say, you want to become a politician, one way is kill some people and become a politician. He'll say, no, killing is wrong. Killing is absolutely wrong. He will not judge the thing on the basis of the end result. He'll just look at your action, whether this action in itself is right or wrong. That's the means part. What method have you used? What action have you done in order to achieve that objective? So if we read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita talks about something called as Nishkam Karma. What is Nishkam Karma? Yes, working or just completing your action without thinking about the results or the fruits of that action. Am I right? But we never do this thing. Why you people are studying? Because you want to get selected. According to Bhagavad Gita, don't think about getting selected. Just study. Just do what is needed. Result automatically you will get. Means don't even think about it. Don't have any, what we call as, the term would be rightly, we can call attachment. Don't have that attachment. It talks about detachment. The moment you are attached with exam, what happens is, even if you people, there will be so many people who study so much, but when they are in the exam hall, especially in prelims, what happens is, they are very clear that we are doing all these things for getting selected. The stakes are very high. Because of that, they panic in the exam. Even if they have studied so much, they panic. Or because the stake is so high that if anything goes wrong, my entire life will become worse. That thought is in the mind, that I'll lose the stake. So that's why you make mistakes. Or that's why you sometimes do something which affects you emotionally. You're emotionally not happy. But this guy will say that, or Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita will say that, just do the action and you should not think about the end at all. If you've done the right action, automatically you will get that. For example, you should not lie. You should always be honest. Why it is said? If I am honest, what will happen? What will I get in return? As per this theory, what do you think? There will be one way, I should not lie, because if I lie, other person will also lie. Or he will not trust. This could be one way of thinking. Now here I am thinking in a teleological manner, thinking about the end result. Yes? Other ways, I should not lie because lying is a wrong thing. Lying in itself is a wrong thing. Now think about this part. There must be someone in your friends or relatives or someone, there must be one exceptional personality who is always honest. You observe one thing, normally people will not like that person. But when it comes to any situation when there is a conflict, people will listen to only this person. When nobody is trusting on any other person, people will only trust this person, that if he tells this is the reality, they will accept. Best example again from Mahabharata. So if you have, how many have just watched Mahabharata? At least contextually you will understand. If you have not watched, for ethics you must. It's a good, ethics and politics. If you want to understand, Mahabharata is a good text. Okay. Now there is a story wherein the people, this Pandavas wanted to kill this person called Dronacharya. Who was Dronacharya? Yes, guru or teacher of all these Pandava and Kauravas, who taught them. Now teacher versus student, both are fighting. Who will win? Teacher will win. Simple logic. But now you want to kill him. So they are using this any other method, like somehow we want to kill him. So they observe that this person loves his son. Son is Ashwathama. So they decide that let's do one thing. We'll tell him that Ashwathama has died. The moment he will know that Ashwathama has died, he will cry and he will not be in his senses and will kill that person. Nice method? Nice. But the point is, when you people are at war, and if you will tell them that Ashwathama has died, will he trust on you? If Pakistanis are saying, we have captured some part or some people of you, will the army of India accept it? When we are at war, they know that it's just your conspiracy. You're deliberately trying to disturb me. So you will not trust. So this guy will not trust. So what they did at the end, they asked Yudhishthir to say this statement. Yudhishthir is a person who is always honest. His image is, he never lies, no matter what. He will not lie. For him, it's like lying is wrong means wrong. So he will not lie. Although he lied in a very diplomatic manner. So there's one very good statement. Ashwathama hata narova kunjarova. So he says Ashwathama died, but not man, an elephant. So there was an elephant named Ashwathama. But reducing the, he uses sound amplifier and changes the sound. The point is, this person is so honest that there is credibility in the minds of people, that people trust this person. They trust so much that even in such chaotic situation, nobody will trust anyone except this person. You see, you anyway got the result of your actions. The consistent actions you were having, the result you got. But the point is, this person was not being honest because he wanted those fruits or those results. He was honest because he felt honesty is the right thing. Lying is a wrong thing. So in this case, I'm saying Yudhishthir is a person who believes in deontological ethics, that I should do the right action no matter what the end result is. This is someone comes to your home, suddenly knocks the door. Sir, please save me. Some people are coming to kill me. Now you can ask the person to enter the house and tell the people who come that, no, I don't know, who is he? There's one way. You are lying to save the life. That's teleology. Lying to save the life. But this person, deontological, lying is wrong means wrong. Yes, he is inside. You want to kill? But I am here. Kill me first. Getting the point? So that's the difference between deontology and teleology.